Super Bowl week is over, and away we go in Super Bowl 58. And good coverage there on special teams as he'll get him down shy of the 20. Stafford going to put it up right away. Caught left side Hopkins. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. So 8 yards on the completion there, and they'll be left with second and a couple. Play action. Stafford. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football.
Brad, I wonder if someone's down there checking on the head coach right now because he might be in a little bit of shock after what just transpired. Instead of a lengthy opening drive to deal with, his guy stepped up and stole that drive away. Momentum on their side now. How will they attack on offense?
So here are the Ravens with great field position to start out. They'll be led out by the former UConn and Eastern Kentucky quarterback. It's Tim Boyle.
And no doubt he's living out a dream right now. He's had dating back to his first days of playing football as a kid. But he certainly can't get lost in the moment right now. There's still a Super Bowl to be played. And his offense, they're looking to him to be their leader. You can take it all in when it's over. Right now, you got the biggest game of your life to win.
Touchdown! Rashad Bateman, 29 yards. And the Ravens are on the board first here in this Super Bowl.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an early turnover. A sudden change situation, meaning ball's turned over. How's both sides going to handle it? One side handled it way better. They run right out on the field and put the ball in the end zone.
One play, that just added insult to injury.
Yeah, that just tells you on the defensive side, they didn't come out ready to go. Still reeling from the fact that the ball got turned over.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. So the Rams coming back onto the field, their second drive of the game. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. They'll begin on the ground with Akers. Marlon Humphrey with the tackle defensively.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Off the play action. Here's Stafford. On the move to his right. Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson. Only able to gain a couple there. And now we've got a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Stafford on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get untracked in this one.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Oh, the return is Prochet. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Baltimore set to take over here for their second possession of the game. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Boyle. And the Rams got it. They bring him down. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Operating from the gun. Boyle over the middle, complete. It's Curtis. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Aaron Donald with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. 4th down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. This is taken at the 23. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Rams will go on offense here for the 1st and 10. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They trailed early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. Now it's Stafford. That'll be caught. It's Kupp. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That's good for 28 yards. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Stafford going to give this to Akers. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. It's a gain of 11 and a 1st down L.A.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, last drive they went 3 and out.
Stafford on 1st down. That's complete to his tight end, Higbee. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. And he has met half the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd. Now Stafford. And that's knocked away and incomplete. Now Lutz for the field goal try. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. The kick by Lutz is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point of drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing.
Well, welcome back to the date on the calendar we circle every year. Super Bowl Sunday. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis here with you as we get set to begin quarter 2. Now he dumps this off over the middle. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Off the play fake. Boyle. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And it's intercepted. Picked off by Ashton Davis. And the Rams are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. And when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
And he still has yet to get on track in this 1st half as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2nd down, they'll go with Akers again. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Give him 30 yards there. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Going to run the sweep here. This is Kupp. Stopped by the safety, Kyle Hamilton.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun, and they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. 3 catches for him now in the first half of this Super Bowl. It's a first down. Two minutes on the clock in the second quarter of this Super Bowl. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Stafford. And he's got it. Touchdown, Rams. Cooper Kupp, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Rams have taken the lead. Lutz with the extra point. And the lead is now 10-7. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it ends with Cooper Kupp on the receiving end of the touchdown pass. Taking it about the 1. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The offense for the Ravens returns to the field. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look at a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Throwing on 1st down. Boyle. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away. Incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Boyle. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down. Back to throw again. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ashton Davis. And the Ramsons are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And leading 10-7, they may just want to get this to the locker room. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Stafford, that's out to the flat for Akers. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a 1st down. Stafford. Out route to Jefferson, and he's got it. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Throwing again is Stafford. Open man, Higbee, the tight end. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Stafford now to throw. Eluding the pressure. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Robert Quinn drops him for a loss of 14 yards, and it also brings up 4th down. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say, we'll see what happens. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it. But one of the greatest performances of the year usually, but not here. Halftime of the Super Bowl is skipped, and we are on to the second half. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. And they trail here in the Super Bowl, but fortunately for them, Charles, very much still within striking range.
Yeah, things didn't go exactly the way they planned in the first half. To me, they appeared to be a little bit tight, made it feel as they normally wouldn't. But, of course, this is the Super Bowl, so things get a little bit heightened in that regard. But I think they have to feel a little fortunate. They're only down what they are here starting the third quarter.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Back to throw. Boyle. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up fourth.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from the first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Now this time he'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Curtis, and he will have a Ravens first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. And some space here. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. They'll run on first down. Curtis. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
There's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when you go.
That is caught. It's Bateman for a Raven touchdown. Rashad Bateman, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Ravens have regained the lead in the second half of this Super Bowl.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. Tucker now to add the point after. And that makes it 14-10. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it's Rashad Bateman who finished it all off with a touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Now the attention turns back to the Rams offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. And Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, 1-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, it feels like you're going back and forth. It's a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side trying to match each other.
Open man right side is Kupp, complete. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Stafford. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Robert Quinn able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
How about that, partner? His 2nd sack of the game, and that puts him in some pretty good company. 17 guys have had 2 sacks in the previous 52 Super Bowls, but only 3 have had the record number of 3 sacks in this game.
And we've got the list here. If he gets another one and everyone behaves nicely, we might just list those out for him. So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. Prochet on the return. 51 yards on the punt there. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. They've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that. But the rushing game, almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he'll be brought down just shy of 40.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Of play here from Allegiant Stadium. And there's just 1 quarter that remains in this edition of the biggest game of the year, the Super Bowl, as we get set for the 4th quarter. On 1st down, Boyle. Past the 20. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Up the middle they go. It's Curtis, and not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Looking to throw. Boyle, this is caught. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal. Back to throw. Boyle to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. From 3 yards out. And the Ravens are starting to pull away in the 4th quarter of this Super Bowl. And that's certainly going to bump up the old win probability index because now it's a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you're taking me into that deep water now. Win probability index. This game's definitely not over. We're not looking at a 0.5% or something. It's just 2 scores. But the way that this team has played, to me, what I've seen, they absolutely deserve to win this game. They've been the better team by far throughout.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And we're at the time in the Super Bowl where, look, they need points. And they need them badly. Trailing here in the 4th quarter as they begin this drive 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
We've got to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11.
Remember, throughout my career here, defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. And they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. So now Stafford and the Rams, after the sack, well, they're staring up at a 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That'll be caught by Kupp. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
In this situation, the dictation is coming from the defense, right? They're going to tell you, you can have 6, 7 yards, do that all the way downfield. Let's just go ahead and take the time off the clock. I think they've got to start attacking.
He's got a man, complete. And he'll be forced out of bounds on the other side of the field. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Here's Stafford. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying, no more. We're taking a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. To the air again, Stafford. Middle of the field to Jefferson. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. From the 24, Stafford. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Odafe Oweh in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. So now Stafford and the Rams, after the sack, well, they're staring up at a 3rd and long. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is incomplete. Now Lutz for the field goal try. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. The kick by Lutz is good, and that'll make this an 8-point game. So you knew one way or another that they needed the 2 scores. They get the easy one out of the way. Now they'll get the ball back, hopefully.
Yeah, and the question is, how do you accomplish that? Do you onside kick it? Or since you have all 3 timeouts, do you kick it deep? To me, I'm playing field position. With all 3 timeouts, I kick it deep and try and pin them back there.
Well, a dangerous return man showing it here. The 40. Still going past the 30. And he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown, Ravens.
Well, he made the right choice by result, but a little bit surprising because now with touchbacks coming back to the 25 instead of the 20, when guys fielded that deep in the end zone, I think most coaches want him to take a knee.
Yeah, it's resulted in more kneel downs. Not right there. Tucker now for the extra point. And the lead is up to 15 now. And no doubt one of the most, if not the most exciting play we'll see in this game. The kick return all the way to the end zone for 6 points. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. So Matthew Stafford in the offense. Down by 15. A minute 36 to go. They've come so far this year, but they need 2 quick scores late in this Super Bowl. On 1st down, Stafford here. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Stafford, he'll get this one to Kupp, complete. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. From the gun, here's Stafford. And able to find Higbee. It's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Stafford's throw pulled in by Jefferson. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. Throwing is Stafford. He's got Higbee complete right side. And he'll be marked out at about the 26-yard line. Meanwhile, Stafford's throw here hauled in by Kupp. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Complete. Jefferson the target. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. Man open, it's Kupp. He's got it. And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with a clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope.
Lutz good on the extra point as this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. So with 13 on the clock, it's time for an onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And it's all over. Just one is left standing, and that one is the Baltimore Ravens, your Super Bowl champions. And their remarkable season ends in the most remarkable of ways. They get to put next to their name, Super Bowl champion.
And they can't ever take that away, can they?
Nope.
That lasts forever. So good to see the emotion when it's all said and done. You see the hugs, you see the guys sharing, the collective happiness. Makes me want to carry you around a little bit on my shoulders to celebrate the triumph. And congratulations to them, a fantastic season.